Hi, I'm Chris Lloyd. I'm the vendor manager for Nutanix here at Exclusive Networks. So Nutanix primarily originally seen, back in 2009 when they started the business as a HCI distributor. HCI is hyperconverged infrastructure, and they had a simple mission at the time to, simplify and modernize the on-prem data center. A lot has changed during that period, with the emergence of public cloud and, end users now, embracing that hybrid cloud model or even a full public cloud model and understanding where best place to, reside their workloads and cost factors involved with it. And Nutanix, evolved with that journey, so now Nutanix see themselves as that enterprise cloud software platform, to offer that simplicity, deliver, those best of breed outcomes to the end users, embrace that, multi-cloud world and actually, simplify the operations. So deliver that all through one-click operations and, be able to run any app from any cloud from anywhere with, as I say, that nice simplistic one-click operations. Yeah, so I think, if we just look at a few of the use cases currently, I think first is modernizing the data center. As I say, Nutanix with their hyperconverged play, takes away that sort of traditional three-tier architecture and consolidates that compute, storage and virtualization all into that one single platform. That simplifies operations for, the users themselves, so it brings together the software team, the, networking team, the storage teams, builds it all into that one nice easy use case where customers can quickly and easily scale as the business demands. They can scale out by adding additional nodes as and where required, or scale up by adding additional compute resource. But again, with that operational side, being able to understand what's happening within that environment, right sizing the environment, understanding capacity planning moving forward, how that's going to impact, business outcomes moving forward. So it's all to do with that, simplicity, delivering total cost of ownership improvements back to the business, and as I say, simplifying the operations. I think next, when you look at a use case, is unifying public clouds or unifying clouds as a whole. As I mentioned, I think 82% of organizations or end users are actually deploying a hybrid cloud model. So we'll have their on-prem infrastructure, but they'll also be deploying, the public cloud as well. And where Nutanix has really made, big game changes in that is being able to, one, manage both your private cloud and your public cloud all from the one platform. Be able to, once you've actually right-sized your environment, as I said, in the first instance of modernizing the data center, to then understand where the best place those workloads are to live. Understand the costs involved, quickly and easily scale, and if you need to deploy workloads, you can actually deploy workloads very quickly and easily into Azure or into AWS, get that consistent operations. No need to re-architect your workloads at the same time, and have that freedom to move back and forth. So it gives customers that freedom to, one, choose the hardware they want to run it on, choose the hypervisor they want to run, choose where they want to run it from any cloud, be that private or into those public cloud scenarios. And Nutanix can bring all that together, and you can manage that all very nicely simply from one place. Another business challenge we see customers facing is managing and understanding databases. A lot of customers and end users now are deploying multiple databases, be that SQL, Oracle, MongoDB, and that could be on-prem in the private cloud, or it could be in the public cloud as well. And Nutanix have other solutions. It's not just a HCI vendor, it spans a whole host more, and I'm more than happy to talk to anybody around that when they want to. But with their solutions around database management, it actually simplifies being able to, one, manage all those different databases from one location, be able to patch and upgrade those databases from one location, and actually speed up the deployment of those database services as well. So taking, as an example, I was privy to a call where a customer was able to spin up a SQL database in just under an hour, when it would have taken them, weeks to actually deploy that database. So it speeds it up, and it also reduces the storage capacity that's required involved. So databases is a big play for Nutanix as well. I think the first thing I'd like everybody to know is You know, with Nutanix, you're getting best-of-breed solutions. So Nutanix have been named a leader in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for hypervisor infrastructure for the 4th consecutive year in a row. And they've recently been announced as a visionary in you know, the distributed files and object storage this year. So there's best-of-breed solutions out there, and a lot of end users are looking at this and taking it out to market. The second thing I'd like you to know is Nutanix have got a fantastic Net Promoter Score of 90. You know, that's out of 100, but when you look at what the industry average is for other vendors out there in the market, it's typically about 56. You know, so it's very high, and they get a lot of customer satisfaction. You know, they've got a 96% customer retention rate. You know, so customers love and see a lot of value from the Nutanix solutions, and as a partner as well, you know, there's added benefits around that, you know, success that Nutanix have out there with the end users. You know, you've got a 4.1 to 1 attach rate with Nutanix, and you know, typically you see a second deal within the first 270 days, which is 6 times larger than the initial deal that you've gone through with the end user, and providing a fantastic solution along the way. Not to mention the other wraparound services you have as well. So the third thing I'd like to mention is, you know, partners actually have access to a free of charge marketing platform, which is the Nutanix Expand. You know, this has a whole host of material. You know, partners can like drive their digital marketing strategy on there. A whole host of campaigns you can actually drill down into solutions, verticals, campaigns, be that hybrid cloud, be that databases, be that VDI, whatever you want. Whole host of collateral, use that, import your own data into it, you know, use that for lead gen, and it's a fantastic service which is available, as I mentioned, free of charge to customers, and there's even the ability to offer a test drive of the Nutanix solutions out there to your prospects and to your end users for them to actually have a play around and actually get hands-on, so they can actually get familiar and just see how, you know, simple the solutions are to use and what value that can bring back to them as a business. Around Nutanix, you know, we've got our pre-sales and post-sales teams out there. So, you know, here at Exclusive, you know, we were the first distie for Nutanix back in 2014. But we've got a pre-sales team who are able to help and support partners with regards to, you know, jumping on customer calls, help with scoping, you know, sizing of, you know, end user requirements or whatever that may be, making sure the solutions are right and fit for purpose. But also from a post-sales perspective, you know, once everything's gone through, we have our site here in Alton, so when the kit gets delivered, we can actually, you know, pre-stage and image that kit before it goes out onto customer site. Or we have the ability to actually go out and, you know, do rack and stack and do that imaging on site as well for the end users. So, and that's another service you guys can take advantage of via Exclusive Networks. Another service we are an authorized, accredited Nutanix training center. And the third thing I'd like to mention is, you know, our Exclusive Network Cloud Services platform. So this has nice synergies, and for anybody that doesn't know, it's our own cloud offering. So this is actually built and underpinned with Nutanix, but it actually, one, if you're selling a traditional Nutanix solution and end users want to host that and themselves and manage that, we actually have the facility and ability that should they want to use our services for infrastructure as a service to scale up, scale out, use us for backup as a service, DR as a service, you know, they're going to get that consistency by being able to move those workloads into our data centers, and even from a co-location perspective, you know, we can help out with services all around that. The things that people don't know about me, I guess the first one is I'm originally from Wales. You probably can't tell from the accent, but I was born in Cardiff. Please don't hold that against me. I've got a twin brother. I've got, and I've also got 2 children, 9 and 3.
Music or TV?
Music.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Day or night?
Night.
Theatre or cinema?
Cinema.
Love or money?
Love.
Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Comedy or horror?
Comedy.
Watch or play sports?
Watch.
Glass half full or glass half empty?
It's glass half full, if not very full.
Ketchup or mayo?
Neither.
Be embarrassed or be afraid?
Embarrassed.
Cooking or being cooked for?
Cooking.
Red wine or white wine?
Red wine.